Hello, I'm Sammy. Welcome to my channel. This is Love is the Answer. Last night I had an idea to stimulate my intuitive writing by selecting a card from my new Chakra Oracle deck. And so this morning, after sharing my intention through prayer to my guides, the card Perfection was revealed. Before I share what I wrote, let's have a good look at the card itself and see what it represents through symbolism and imagery of colours. So immediately when we look at the picture, we see a female with another female inside her, cloaked in blue. Blue represents the throat chakra, which is suggesting, or could be suggesting, a need to communicate or speak truth. How ironic that, as I say that, my mouth gets all tongue-tied. Anyway. However, the larger female appears to be speaking the colour yellow, which is the colour representing the solar plexus, which is just above the belly button. When this chakra is balanced, the solar plexus chakra, you'll speak confidently, truthfully, and feeling that you are worthy. When you are unbalanced, the meaning is that you're lacking confidence in yourself, and maybe what is spoken from your mouth isn't your truth. So in relation to this picture, we could ask ourselves to consider if we're speaking our truth, if we're confident, and if we're able to voice our opinions. So that's how we could look at it from the picture. The overall colours in this card are representing the chakras in the lower part of the body, which represent the physical body. So we have the solar plexus, which is yellow. We have the sacral chakra, which is orange. And then just below that, we have the base chakra, which is red. So the red is exceptionally dominant in this card. But certainly orange and yellow. So to me, I'm looking at the card and thinking, are we speaking from our ego mind rather than our essence where the truth is? And the chakras of the seven main chakras, which are the energy channels of our body, the other four represent our spiritual self. And so blue being present there for the voice certainly represents to me that the truth may or may not be being spoken. It asks us to consider if this is the case, particularly because yellow is what appears to be coming from her mouth. So you could look at this card and maybe it's about a feminine energy rather than a masculine, considering that there's two females in this, but certainly one is being the inner self, your higher self, the spiritual self, and the overall female there being representing the physical person and the ego of the physical person. Anyway, with all of that in mind, this is what I wrote about the word perfection. So what even does perfection mean to us? It changes its meaning depending on what we apply it to. However, it generally loses its meaning as it seems perfection may not be sustainable, especially if the desire is from ego. So let's think about that. Desire and dreams, experiences are why we come into the physical body in this world. And as our true self, we're already perfection because we are connected with love, God, Source. Our connection to Source makes us perfection. So we already are perfection in our essence. But in this life, until we awaken to discover ourselves by removing or shedding or working through or simply letting go of the false identities, the coping mechanisms, the patterns, the ancestral ties, we may not ever realize that perfection that is inside of us until we work through all of that or let it go. We are limitless and ever-expanding perfection. So as an ideal or goal to the unawakened or unconscious, it will be a dream of the ego mind, which represents resistance, hard work, possibly pain and suffering. The term that life isn't meant to be easy, in my mind, suggests an ego dream. Perfection cannot be felt without sitting in presence, and in presence, when we are in connection with ourselves, nature, life, we are in perfection, because we are in the energy of love. We are love. We are perfection. So that's pretty much what I wrote about perfection, and I've enjoyed looking into my chakra oracle cards today. It helps me to tune into my intuition and also helps me to learn the meanings for these oracle cards. But also, it's taking a look at words that we commonly use but maybe don't consider enough the implications, the depth, and the meanings aligned with the word. This can be a great exercise to strengthen your own intuition, and you don't have to use oracle or tarot cards. You could use photos or pictures, or maybe even you can develop your intuition and your sensory perceptions by reading items or objects such as jewelry. Remember to write down all your thoughts and feelings and whatever comes to mind. I found this exercise really interesting and I had fun with it. I hope you found something relevant too, and maybe even inspiring. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. Ciao.